Hey, what's up? This is Chris, and today we're going to check out the Lemokey L1. So this is a brand of keychron. You can tell by the packaging. This is specifically kind of aimed towards the gaming market. We've got a really cool design feature over here on the left side, and let's check it out. Now, I know a lot of keyboards tend to do their design work on the bottom, on like the weight, sometimes on the weight inside of the keyboard, and you can never see any of that in day-to-day use. So I always appreciate when a keyboard gets a little unique with its layout, add some cool buttons, features on it, something to sort of set it apart at first glance. So let's see what we're working with here. Looks like we have a quick start guide. So this does wired and wireless, Bluetooth 2.4, and regular wired. And that shows you how to switch between them. How to do, you can use VIA on this board, which is nice. Some stuff with the RGBs, so that's all there. We'll set that to the side. And let's pull off this foam. And here we go. We've got a instruction manual, which is always nice. Make sure when you're hot swapping, your pins are straight. Please be gentle. Good advice. Let's see what accessories we have here. Looks like we have some Mac branded keys. Oh, look at this. If this isn't cool, or what? There's a Reddit mechanical keyboard novelty. That's awesome. That's actually one of the cooler novelties I've ever seen. How random. All right. Thanks, Lemokey. That was pretty cool. Nice little Easter egg. So let's set these over here. What else we got? Okay, we got our little tool screwdriver. We also have some extra, looks like gasket strips. These white dots, which, oh, well, these two are feet, gray feet. And these two, I don't know. And some extra screws in here as well. We have the wireless dongle. We have the wireless dongle extension. So they recommend running your USB cable out to here with the wireless dongle on it, just to get them as close as possible. Those of you who have like tower computers that are further away, this just makes it so the signal's a little closer. And then we have our switch / keycap puller. And then we have, now I really appreciate this. This is how all cables should come. It's a standard USB-C to USB-C. We have the Lemokey logo on it, gold connector, real nice chrome with some gray plastic there. Fabric cable, very nice cable. USB-C to USB-C, thank you. Because every computer I have has USB-C on it. This laptop and some others I have do not have USB-A. So it really bugs me when the cable is USB-C to USB-A. Lemokey decided, hey, we got you. We're going to give you a C to C cable, and if you're running something that has USB-A on it, you got this little adapter here. But for modern laptops, modern computers, those of us who run Macs, we haven't had USB-A in a long time. So I love that cable. Thank you. Set that cable over here and put the adapter right there. I believe that's it for accessories. Now let's, oh, this is heavy. I love it. Let's pull out the board here. Set this down. I do see a red glow already, so there must be some battery life in it. Let's flip this over on the bottom. Pretty standard bottom. We have a Lemokey with some regulatory logos. And we have 8 screws on the bottom if you want to open this thing up, which we'll eventually do. We'll get to modding this. Got these 4 macro keys over here. And of course, being 75%, we have these over here as well as our F keys. Very nice. Okay. Now, the really unique part of this is a switcher for the mode. So it's very prominent on top of the keyboard. It's honestly something you'll probably switch once, maybe twice a month, if that. For someone like me who's going to be wired most of the time, we're going to use this in wired mode. I'm never going to flip it up, but never say never. Maybe there will be a day when I'll be using the wireless on this. But again, this mode selector switch, it's very unique. It looks cool. It does a little flash when you switch modes. And then this is the volume wheel. And I thought maybe it had a click to it, but it does not for like mute. So this is going to be strictly volume up or volume down. Very nicely weighted. Feels like a substantial knob. It's definitely metal. It's got a cool feel to it. So I do like that. And then, of course, we have these macro keys, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that you can set up to fire off any number of macros for productivity or gaming. If you have some games that you need to do, some sequences, that is really nice. So you get 4 of those that you can program. Of course, this is VIA compatible, so we can plug this in, hop into VIA, and customize all these keys, which is really nice. Let's plug it in. Okay, it looks like it appears a LED lit up back there that it's charging. It is in wired mode. My Mac definitely sees it. Okay, and we're typing, so let's do a sound test of this. One last thing I wanted to show before we do the sound test is this side profile is really cool. It's got these CNC cutouts on the side here, which is a really cool look. And then a really like a 1, 2, 3 triple sort of material side profile here. And this is even slanted in a little bit, which is a cool look. If we look on this side, same type of thing. We got the cutout there, then the bolts. If we look at the front is sort of offset. So we have like a false front and then the real front here. Same thing at the back. You can see it sort of ends, but then there's this like, almost this like bumper sticking out. Of course, we have the Lemokey logo and the USB-C right there. So from a design standpoint, very industrial look to it with those chiseled sides. We have the CNC coming into the macro keys here. We have this sort of false front and false rear to it. So definitely a lot of design work went into this. Really cool look. Very unique. All right, so let's see finally how it sounds before we start modding or doing anything out of the box. Here we go. All right. That surprised, I mean, the space bar right away, I could tell this was quality. The stabs are very well done. I mean, maybe there's a little ticking on the space bar, but for being a pre-built out of the box with, from what I can tell, are Gateron browns. So let's pop a key off here and let's see what we're working with. Yeah, those appear to be Gateron browns. Let me see. Yeah, those are not cherry, obviously. Gateron brown, so I guess I'm feeling that bump right at the top. Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't mind that switch. My very first impression of the switch is that it has a shorter bottom out than I'm used to. Like it ends early. It's probably like 3.5, 3.4. I don't notice the bump as much. I've been using linears now for a year, so it's a real subtle bump. Don't notice that. So yeah, overall out of the box, I mean, you could just drop this on your desk and go. It's got some character to it. I don't feel like the foam is sucking all of the character out. But I do feel like it's very high quality, very well built. Now, I believe this was originally 200 plus. I got this at Micro Center for $90. It didn't appear to be a return. It looks like it was just sitting around for a long time, and so they needed to move it. So we got lucky. This is a really nice board. Now, what we're going to do is we'll do another video where we drop into VIA, code some of these macro keys. We take it apart. We mess around with the foam and the switches a little bit and, you know, just kind of play with it, get inside and really dig into this thing. So for the first impression, though, very impressive, very high quality, very well made. The accessories, I mean, the cable is really nice. All the extra keycaps, including that really cool novelty. Of course, we have your standard switch puller and tool set. The little extender here that you can use with the cable to extend the wireless dongle closer to your keyboard is a really nice touch as well. So you got to hand it to them. They did put a lot of time and effort into this. It looks really good in this silver colorway with all the CNC'd machining on it. And that works great. Obviously, the selector we're not going to use a ton. It is a very prominent design piece, but that's what I like about it. Just one glance at this keyboard, you're like, oh, something's different. What's going on up here? You know, all the design isn't on the bottom of the board or inside of it where you're really never going to see it. So I appreciate that they took some design risks with this, and it turned out really good. So there you have it. That's the Lemokey L1. We'll be back with some more videos where we really get into this thing and see what it can do. That being said, very, very good first impressions. Everything looks and feels very premium here. So, all right, thanks for coming along. We'll see you in another video with the L1. Until then, take it easy. Peace.